next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Mariota. Pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mariota. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Mariota, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a whole lot.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This is fielded at the goal line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
We're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Push him back. 3. Check.
Mixon will try the right side. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
A gain of 16 yards and a Packer first down.
Rodgers now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And now here's another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Mixon running right. And shutting him off. Now open field. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. From the gun to give to Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Mariota got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Mariota now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded at the goal line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On first down, Rodgers. Complete to Bryant. And he'll get it down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. A second down throw here for Mariota. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Point after, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mariota going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Looks the outlaw. Check 56. 80 weapon. Coming. Quick the edge. Come. Switch.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. On first down, McFarland. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
It's a party now.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Here we go, D. Check, check. Smoke. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike.
Here's Mariota. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Mariota now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Mariota flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Hey, come on now, come on now. One. Stinty, I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota, he finds Hopkins complete. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Watch the pass.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Three.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. To throw, Mariota, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mariota now, escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Yeah.
From the gun, Mariota. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll throw again. Mariota, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. From the red zone now, Mariota. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point safely through. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Green Bay.
Ready? 6 yards. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
Back to throw here. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction. That leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They'll look to throw. Complete to Bryant. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
319. 56. Let's go, Z.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to...
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride. Now
the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota here to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A first down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota going deep for Hopkins. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47, and that will write a finish to this ball game.